Okie dokie, boys and girls. Someone asked me to do a pistol squat tutorial, and normally I don't do tutorials, but I will make an exception for the pistol squat because it is such an underrated exercise. Almost no one does the pistol squat, and in my opinion, that's a shame because it's, in my opinion, the best body weight exercise to build muscle and strength in your legs. And that's simply because when it comes to body weight training, the reason everyone believes that you can't really build any size in your legs with bodyweight training is because, well, you're only able to use your body weight and your legs are the strongest muscle in your body. And so you're automatically getting to insanely high reps if you're just doing bodyweight squats or lunges. However, the pistol squat takes this problem away largely because now you're not using your body weight for two legs but for one, right? Your entire body weight is added on one leg, and I guess you can make it's the equivalent of doing like a barbell squat with about 70 to 75% of your body weight, I guess, something like that. And yeah, the load is just way higher, and with this load you can actually, even at body weight, destroy your legs completely in 20 minutes. What you're looking at right now, by the way, is me doing 200 pistol squats per leg in 20 minutes. I couldn't walk down the stairs. I had to sit down and go down the stairs. So, in my opinion, bodyweight pistol squats, or adding weight, of course, but the pistol squat in general is just such a great way to build strength and size in your legs. Okay, I know what you're thinking. The pistol squat, how the hell do you build strength and muscle size with it when it's a balance and flexibility exercise? And yes, you do need flexibility and balance, but in my opinion, that's irrelevant because flexibility is easily mitigated by just placing something under your heel. You're seeing me doing pistol squats right now. I'm using the mat, and so my heel is a little bit elevated. This allows me, to even to get away with my limited ankle mobility, basically. So I have limited ankle mobility, but like placing my heel on an elevated surface allows my knee to go further without as much mobility, and this also, takes away the necessary mobility in hips, and so the movement becomes way more comfortable. And I would recommend, when you're using the pistol squat to build strength and size, place something under your heel until the pistol squat feels comfortable, until you can, like I am doing right now, do a rep every couple seconds and you don't feel like mobility is a limiting factor, right? Second of all, we have the balance. Now, balance, it might seem like pistol squat balance is difficult, but to be honest, if you're able to stand on one leg, you have enough balance to do a pistol squat. And yes, in the beginning, when you're just unlocking this movement, it will be a little bit wobbly, but that's okay. Just like any other movement, you're gonna have to learn how to do it. And the pistol squat is, in that sense, no more difficult than learning how to do a push-up properly or a pull-up or a dip properly. When people start doing pull-ups, you see them swinging like backwards and forwards. That's because they're not used to the movement, but after you do it a couple times, it's fine. And it's the same for the pistol squat. And once you have the technique down a little bit, which you do by repetition, then you can just go as hard on the pistol squat as you want. Like I mentioned, I wasn't even able to go down the stairs this morning, right? So, in my opinion, pistol squat, great exercise, flexibility and balance, not an issue. Now, let's move on to the requirements. If you want to start learning the pistol squat, I would recommend that you have some strength, already built up with easier exercises like the lunges and the squat. But you don't need a lot, right? In general, I would say you pick an exercise like the squat and the lunge, and if you're able to do that for 5 sets of 20 or something, you're already in a good spot when it comes to strength. Because let's move on to progressions. Let's move on to how to unlock the pistol squat. The first progression is just literally sitting on a couch like I am right now and standing up on one leg. Not that difficult. You sit back down, you do this for 5 sets of or 3 to 5 sets of about 10 repetitions. And if it's too hard, just sit on a higher couch. And if it's too easy, well, lower it. And once you graduate from the couch, are sitting down and your legs are becoming parallel. When you're able to do that, well, move on to stairs, because stairs are literally just every step is a progression. So outside I have some stairs with 3 steps. The first progression is going to be to sit on step number 3, the highest one. And then as you go down, step number 2, step number 1, you're gonna be sitting down lower. And when you're sitting down lower, you have to, kind of mimic the position of the actual pistol squat more. You're gonna literally be sinking below below parallel, and you're gonna be almost doing a pistol squat. So once you're on step number 1, the lowest step of your stairs, and again, you build up 3 to 5 sets of 10 reps, guess what? You already have more than enough strength to do the pistol squat. And if you apply what I said earlier, don't think about flexibility too much yet, right? Use a mat under your heel, use some kind of elevation until it feels comfortable. If you're able to do pistol squats on step number 1 of your stairs, you're also gonna be able to do a normal pistol squat. Perhaps not the 10 reps that you were doing with the progressions yet, but you're gonna be able to do a couple reps. And that's where it starts, right? That's where we talk about now you unlocked the pistol squat. Let's talk about how you can progress to use the pistol squat to build insane leg strength and size. And in my opinion, there are 3 ways to do this. Now, the first one is gonna be the one you're seeing at the moment in my video that I'm playing in the background, which is volume. And you're seeing me doing alternating pistol squats, but there are many ways to apply volume. The first one I would recommend for you is, you got away from the progression on the stairs. You're now doing freestanding pistol squats for, let's say, the first time you're able to do 3 sets of 3. Great. That's good enough to start. Now, what I would recommend is next time you do 3 sets of 4, or perhaps 2 sets of 3 and 1 set of 4. You just build up the reps gradually, You build up the reps gradually, and eventually those 3 sets of 3 are gonna become 3 sets of 10, 5 sets of 10. I think 5 sets of 10 is again a good point to aim for at first. You're building volume, and then you can also start playing around, especially when you're at that level, with doing the alternating pistol squats like I am at the moment in the background. And as long as you're building volume, yes, you're doing more reps, but you're not gonna be doing thousands of reps like you would be, or you would have to do on regular squats, right? To build, I guess, some fatigue. No, you're gonna be getting away, especially in the beginning still, with perhaps 100 reps at most. And then you become a bit more advanced, is perhaps gonna become 200. But I've been training the pistol squat for a couple years. I did 200 reps on each leg today in 20 minutes. That's not a long workout, but I'm tired as hell. I'm telling you, it's so much more difficult than you think. And as you build up the volume, you will, of course, build strength as well and size as well. Even if you're just using your body weight, if you're able to do it for a lot of reps, you will actually, even if you don't do it, you will be able to do the pistol squat with a lot of weight as well if you were to try, right? Now, that's one way of becoming stronger. The second way is to do the maximum amount of reps in one set, or in general, right? Making one set as tough as possible. Even if you do multiple sets, to just go as hard as possible. So in the previous method, you were gathering, or you were increasing sets and reps, and you weren't going to your max on those sets. You were just doing shorter sets, and then fatigue would build up towards the end of the workout. With the style that I'm explaining right now, going as hard as possible from set number 1, you're basically going as hard as possible in every set. You're trying to do as many reps as possible in every set, and perhaps you would, do it with 5 minutes of rest in between, but you would do it for like 3 sets, right? And so I would actually recommend you alternate between these methods. Some weeks, or like a couple weeks on end, you will build some volume, then you will try to increase the amount of pistol squats you can do in one set. And well, the second method here, of course, will give you an insane leg burn. It will allow you to go harder with less reps. And so if you don't like doing a lot of reps in endurance, I would opt for this method. The third method is, well, I'm talking about body weight training, but of course I have to mention weight, right? When you're adding weight to your pistol squat, it becomes an even more difficult exercise. But the great thing about it is it's not like a barbell squat where you're adding 10 kilos. That doesn't seem like a lot of difference, right? It doesn't change that much when you add 10 kilos to your barbell squat. That's because the weight you're adding is divided between two legs. But on the pistol squat, when you add 10 kilos, it's a different ballgame. It changes so much. I challenge you, once you unlock the pistol squat, try a set of maximum reps at body weight, and then the next workout, try a set of maximum reps with 10 kilos in your hand. And if you're doing proper form and you're keeping the weight up, you will notice that it's way, way, way more difficult because those 10 kilos are only added to one leg, right? It's like adding 20 kilos to a squat. All of a sudden, that's a big change. And so, of course, you can add weight and aim for a 1 rep max in a traditional way or for heavy weight, but you can also just add a small weight and combine the weighted method with the two previous methods that I explained. Aim for volume with a couple kilos added. Aim for maximum reps with a couple kilos added. This is also a great way to progress. And, even if you like body weight training and you don't have weights at home, perhaps you have a small dumbbell, perhaps you have some water bottles, perhaps you have some books which you can load in a backpack. These are all great ways to add some load to the pistol squat. And I would say you can't ignore this as well. But anyway, those are the ways to progress from, I guess, your first couple pistol squats to, well, insane levels of the pistol squat, right? Aim for 100 reps in a row. Aim for, hundreds of reps in one workout. And you will see that your legs just get destroyed and become fatigued as hell. I'm sorry. And well, of course, you have to recover from that, but yeah, that's of course a very good way to become strong. Now, lastly, I want to talk about flexibility. So, flexibility, I guess for me at least, is the most difficult part about the pistol squat. Because, well, unless maybe if you're Asian, you can do like the Asian squat, I guess, but I'm just European, I'm from Belgium. I can't I can't do the Asian squat. It's very difficult for me. And so the pistol squat is very difficult as well when it comes to flexibility. In fact, to this day, I'm not able to do a single pistol squat on the ground, just a flat ground, not because of strength, of course, but because of that flexibility. Now, how do I, at the moment, approach getting to that flexibility? It's very simple. I keep focusing on strength, right? You see me doing the pistol squats with the mat under my heel, but what I'm focusing on in each training is, well, even under fatigue, am I able to do the pistol squat comfortably? Which is, am I able to do the pistol squat quickly? If you are limited in flexibility, you will notice you start like rounding your back a lot more. You notice that your chest is hitting your knee, while if you have enough flexibility, you will notice that your chest stays away from your knee and you can do it with a straight back. When I notice that I am able to do, a comfortable pistol squat with, chest away from the back, not hunched, like with a certain amount of height under my heel, I know that, hey, I can progress a little bit and I will reduce the elevation under my heel basically. So I have the mat right now. I will reduce it by like 1 centimeter. I will try to stand on something different. And then again, I will do that for a couple of weeks and I will notice, hey, it's starting to get comfortable again. Perhaps I can lower whatever is under my heel. And eventually, I hope to be getting under, well, basically to a flat ground. Again, I haven't reached it yet, but this is what's been working for me because before I was doing the mat and then also some other stuff to make it even higher, right? But now that's not necessary anymore. And well, this is one thing I'm doing, but of course, what I'm doing as well is working on mobility, especially ankle mobility. I am doing a stretch against the wall. I will like show a clip or something, but I'm stretching. I'm doing a bent leg ankle stretch against the wall and basically using a point of reference where my big toe is and how far it is from the wall. And I'm trying to put my knee against the wall. And that's basically how I'm progressing for flexibility. So that's, I guess, the pistol squat explains how you can use it to build muscle size and strength, how you can become flexible enough to do it on the flat ground, because hey, flexibility is nice as well. And I hope you enjoy. So if you try the pistol squat, let me know. Please try the pistol squat. It's so much fun, and you're gonna build some huge legs. I'll see you tomorrow for the next workout.